There are moments in the heat of competition. I'm just talking about for the moment. I'm not talking about over the long haul. I'm not talking about after you go home and you have time to reflect on other things. But I'm talking about in the moment, emotionally. There are moments that things transpire with a team where the coach should be escorted out of the arena by security at the end of the damn next timeout. That was one of those things last night with Fred Hoiberg. The fact of the matter is, I don't give a damn how explosive the Golden State Warriors were. 92 points in the first half. 92 points in the first half. Come on. You got to do something. And I understand that we living in a generation today where, you got the league watching over you and you can't be but so soft or you can't be but so hard, rather, whatever. But damn it, take one for the team. Klay Thompson, when you see this man lighting you up, could you foul him? Could you knock him into the bleachers? Could you do something? 92 points in the first half? That is just disgusting. Now, this team ranks 29th defensively. They said they rank dead last in terms of free throw, for the opposition because they always fouling somebody because they can't defend in their damn body. I don't even know who's on their damn team other than Zach LaVine and Jabari Parker, and obviously they drafted Wendell Carter out of Duke. But the team is atrocious, okay? We understand that. Fred Hoiberg, God bless him, nice guy, did a great job in college at Iowa State, whichever one it was. Bottom line is this. That was an atrocity last night. Now, that doesn't take anything away from Klay because we've seen Klay do this before, and we know how much of an explosive shooter that he is. But there are moments, I want to say this to the city of Chicago. Let me tell you something right now. You had the Jordan era, and then after the Jordan era, you went moribund, and those loyal fans in that freezing damn temperature. I'm allergic to Chicago, by the way. I don't know if you know this is in the side. I am allergic to the city of Chicago from November to March. I don't want to see it. I don't want to go nowhere. I don't even want to fly over it.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't want any parts of Chicago.
You guys live in New York.
I can't.
No, Chicago's
a special kind of cold.
No, the wind comes off the lake. It's over.
California, Connecticut, whichever one you want. I don't even want to hear it.
Chicago winters. By the way, Chicago summers are no picnic either.
Listen, that in Minneapolis, I don't want no parts of it. I don't even want to fly over it. I'm mad I got to fly over it. That's how bad it is, okay? So let me say this. Those fans came out after the Jordan era and after they stuck up the joint, and those fans never wavered in their support for this team. And then they got thanked because Derrick Rose arrived. And obviously he was the superstar that he was, and they challenged with Tom Thibodeau as the coach, got to a conference finals, got to a couple of semifinals. I get this. This team right here, Paxson and Ford, I don't know what to say. But last night was one of those nights where if I was foaming a Paxson, I might have escorted Hoiberg out myself, or if I was ownership, I might have fired every damn body. It was that atrocious.
Chicago is a talented young team. They're going to have some
talented young
team.
They got a piece. They got a couple of young talented pieces.
They do. That's
right.
But
they ain't a young talented team.
That's right. But they have young pieces that they can build around that are talented and they have some size. They're having some growing pains. The thing about Klay, as I was saying in our previous debate, with your bad back,
I think you could have held Golden State to less than 92 points. 92 points in the first half?
The thing about Klay, as I was saying, he can't get his own shot to the extent that you'd like an MVP caliber guy. I mentioned Jordan and Pippen, LeBron and Wade, LeBron and Kyrie, right? The crime partner has to be able to do that. Well, Golden State has that. That's what KD and Steph are. They can both do that. What are you going to do? Are you going to stop the guy who had 50 the other night? The guy who had 50 the other night? Or Klay? Like at a certain point, and Stephen A., Steph's getting him the ball. You have the best point guard in the game who's just went for 50, getting him the ball. Something's got to give. It takes him an eye blink to get the shot off.
Do you realize if you didn't defend two guys on the Golden State Warriors and just let them score at will on 2 points, you still couldn't have come up with 92 points in the first half? This is how bad it was. You can't make this up. There are certain moments. If that game was on the road instead of at home, I'd have made them pay their own ticket home. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. So I'm saying again, Klay Thompson is Klay Thompson.
What do you want to do to stop Klay?
But let's not.
What do you want to do?
What did I just say? Foul that man, hack him, send him into the bleachers, do something to untie his shoelaces
so
while he's not looking, triple.
This is what I was saying about the Dave Roberts complaints from Dodgers fans. You want to keep
that's no comparison.
I'll tell you why it's the same thing.
If you
did everything perfectly the way you're describing, he's going to hit 11 threes. You ain't going to stop Klay last night.
First of all, they kept Rich Hill in the game. I think they would have been in Game 6. Number one, they'd have lost, but it'd been in Game 6. Number two, last night, 92 points in the first half.
So you want to keep them to 85? That'd make you feel better?
Come on, Max. 92 points in the first half is incredibly alarming. It's incredibly alarming.
What I'm saying is this is the Golden State Warriors, arguably the best offensive team ever. It's not the old days where you count by 2. When they get hot, you're counting by 3.
And
you can't stop them.
And they still didn't score 92 points in the first half.
Can't the Bulls be terrible defensively and Klay just went off?
Hold on. We've acknowledged that it's a combination of both because we've seen Klay do this before.
Anytime it's 92 points.
But we saw him do it before. We didn't see him do it before, and still a team scored 92 points in the first half. That's what teams scored in a game.
Yeah.
They did in the first half.
Yeah, I'm aware.
That's atrocious. Come on.
You also have to keep in mind.
Come on.
You remember when the Pistons, the 04 Pistons, would hold teams under 70 points routinely a game? 70 points, that's back when they counted by 2s and the defensive rules were different. Now that they're counting by 3s and all they want is offense, you're going to sometimes get a half like this by the greatest offensive team ever with the greatest shooters.
All right, Max Socrates. Right. You go ahead and try to philosophically explain that all you want to. 92 points in the first half is atrocious, and they should be ashamed of their damn selves. Let's move on.